this obviously wasn't a bit of fluff, what he was interested in making. And I was quite intrigued and impressed by. He gave me some notes. He, made some suggestions. We worked on it again, and I thought, oh no, this is actually going to be good. This is going to be good.
So tell me about Oz. It's a letdown.
Oz, a letdown. Yes, it's all humbug and sleight of hand, isn't it? Oz, really. There are 13 Oz books. I never knew that. By Frank Baum. It's not just The Wizard of Oz. There's The Woodman of Oz. There's 13. He wrote 13 books about Oz. Yeah. Well, I didn't know all that. I certainly am. It's been a long haul.
I think you've got a long one. This one's going to run and run.
I hope so. Yeah.
Which is even more annoying. Thank you. So you're feeling $1 million tonight. It's an amazing night, isn't it?
It's just, God, what an adrenaline rush, and the audience were lovely. They were, they were really supportive and really excited, and there was a massive buzz, but they were really listening as well, And there were a lot of twists and turns and key parts to the plot that you always hope that the audience will really listen to, not to give anything away, but and I really felt like they were doing that, so it was just a complete buzz, really amazing.
I was warned that it's kind of an unprecedented sort of reaction, especially from a British audience to this, and I was like, oh yeah, and really tonight, within sort of 6-7 minutes, there were whoops and cheers, and what is it that really engages people, you think, about this production?
Do you know, I wish I could be on the outside looking in. I remember getting hold of the soundtrack 2 years ago or so and thinking, I'm a huge Stephen Schwartz fan anyway, and thinking, this musical is amazing. I cannot wait for it to come over here, and had huge aspirations to be in the show. So to be in the show now is just such an honour. But I just think it marks the return to music as a station. It has an amazing, compelling score, sort of really witty lyrics, but it's such a clever storyline full of twists and turns that you're not expecting, and it takes a story, something that we're all so familiar with, that we know so well. It's kind of ingrained on our psyches, and does something really interesting with it. To create a prequel for The Wizard of Oz, it's just so clever, and I love the way that Winnie Holzman, who wrote the hilarious and very poignant at the same time book, and Stephen Schwartz, they haven't done the typical thing of musical theatre characters. They're not two-dimensional. They're complex, they're corrupt, they're political, they're flawed. Glinda is flawed. They're beautiful in their flawedness, if that's a word. And so I think it gives the audience a bit more of a challenge, and I think the pace of the storytelling and the way that the audience really are compelled to listen very, very hard just makes it all the more engaging, all the more satisfying for an audience member.
And did you ever think you would be wearing the red shoes? I mean, what an amazing,
It's such an honour. I mean, Nessa's a great role to play. She's a supporting role. She has a huge transition in what happens to her. The way she loses all the people that she relies on and that she loves. That when we meet her in Act 2, to quote a lyric, she's alone and loveless, and it's a real challenge for me to play that transition, and also to have such a key role in the storytelling is such an honour. As you say, the slippers and other things that I won't go into because I don't want to spoil it in case people haven't seen it. But it's really, really special.
That's what's frustrating about doing this, and you can't really talk to, because it is so many twists and turns, it's so many multi-layered. It's just a fantastic story.
Yeah.
Are you going to be celebrating it tonight?
Oh, they certainly am. Yes.
Working tomorrow?
We are. Yes. So not too late. Not too late.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. I do. Okay.
Oh, it was wonderful.
Just to hear for you. This is Cameron America. Went up with a applause right at the end. It was packed. Everyone loved it. Hands up, Nick.
It's a little time away. I love all the people in the cast. I've just been having the time of my life.
Just tell us a little bit about the character. Quite a lonely character, but
Yes.
I can't say, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be dark. Yeah. She's the Wicked Witch of the West, but you see her grow up as a little girl. It's not
How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, first of all, can I ask my cameraman to get a beautiful shot? That dress deserves its time.
Thank you.
I know when you choose your, you know. First of all, what are you wearing? It's stunning.
It's Catherine Walker.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much.
Now, opening night, previews have been going incredibly well, but opening night is always special. How did you get through it? How did it feel? How did, you know, what was it like backstage?
It was surreal, actually. It was I tried to focus on what I was doing, but it's always distracting knowing that, you know, it's such an important night. But you know, I had my beautiful friend Adina on stage with me, and so I just tried to focus on her and tell the story.
And it is an incredible story. Can you just tell us a little bit about, you know, sort of Glinda, because this is the prequel, and not everyone knows about Wicked, in spite of it being this huge smash success across in the States.
Well, it's the story of two friends, really. It's the story of a beautiful female friendship, and one that's not told often enough, I think, and that's what touches people. But, you know, it's also a story about people going through a journey, and Glinda, for instance, goes from being someone who thinks that she's good to somebody who actually becomes, hopefully, good through the friendship and learning that she has in the relationship with her friends. Hopefully that it's funny, and hopefully
It's not just, that's it, it's the layers in this. There's so many layers. And people have said that, you know, if you want to look, there's kind of an allegorical picture as well, beyond just, you know, I mean...
yeah, well, there's all sorts of metaphors, I think. There's something for everyone. There's political ideas behind it. The idea of, you know, discrimination and prejudice is certainly there. And also the juxtaposition of good and evil, and what does wicked really mean, you know?
And you said you're friends, and you know, I mean, it seems like there's a great camaraderie between you guys. What's it been like, sort of bringing this to tonight? I mean, this is it. From here on.
Well, it's been fabulous. You know, Adina and I are wonderful friends, and that's been an absolute blessing, because, you know, in order to really tell this story, I think you have to find a connection, which we found straight away, so we've been incredibly lucky.
And did you feel there were any, because this is, Adina's obviously come over with the production, I mean, how easy was it to make this role your own?
Well, I had the luxury of being able to do it in a different accent with a different culture. You know, originally it was written for an American, and it was an entirely American story, and I think the idea of Oz is universal, so it's a little bit like the melting pot that may be London, where you have different accents, you have different people from different cultures, and so that was a great gift for me. I could make her my own.
And how about the Aussies? How do you think they've without being too much of a pun?
Well, they've all been very supportive and very lovely and very proud of me, and no, I feel a little bit like Kathy Freeman, only not quite as fast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy your part.
Thank you so much. Hello.
Hi. You look fantastic.
Make it far more glamorous and how you feeling?
Good, great.
You brought this amazing show to London. The first thing I have to ask is, you've had Tony, you've had all the amazing success over there. Why did you want to come to the West End, and why did you want to sort of support this show?
I've always dreamed of working here. I've always wanted to live in London. I've always wanted to be a part of the incredible tradition of the theatre here. And to have a show that's changed my life, that means so much to me, means so much to other people, and to be able to bring it to a new part of the world is an incredible honor.
So has it sort of lived up to your expectations? How are you finding London? Are you enjoying it? You're here at your practice?
I'm not just saying this, honestly, I'm in love with London. I owe a lot of it to my cast. I adore each and every one of them. They completely embrace me. They take me around to see all the different sites, and I'm just having a wonderful time here, and I love rediscovering the show and my character through their eyes, and as an artist it's just been so fulfilling to know that you could actually find more in something, even having done it so much at home.
Did you have any sort of trepidation about the way in which the British audiences would react? Because I'd been forewarned that within 6 minutes people were cheering and whooping.
Yes,
and,
I was forewarned by a lot of journalists actually when I did some press before I came here, that to be prepared that they would be more reserved, and I don't know if that was a joke or something, but that is not the case here. They are just as loving and warm and supportive and boisterous, and I don't want to jinx it because it's still happening, but I just think it's a testament to how great the show is and the music, and it kind of strikes a chord, and I'm really proud to be part of it again.
What is that called? Because it is, and it's very unusual in the way it seems to tap everyone, the minority groups to the broader audience. It seems to have a message for everyone.
It does. It exists on many levels. For young people, it has a message. Either there's the underdog and a young girl trying to find herself and what is her truth and who she really is in the world. And then, for older people, it's about this wonderful friendship between these two women, and then there's a political aspect to it, and as you said, an ethnic aspect of it. And I think that's what makes it so successful, is that so many people of all different ages can find something in it that means something to them.
And you've got your album coming out.
I'm working on it. I'm on a pause here while I'm
I was going to
in
say,
London.
how
I can't
does
do too many things at once.
slot in,
Yeah, well, I'm a songwriter as well, and I'm hoping that this experience here kind of inspires me. As soon as I can settle a little bit, I'm going to get back to the keyboard and write some songs.
Enjoy your party.
Thank you. So nice to meet you. Thanks.
Yeah.
Alright, where are you?
Him first. From left to right.
Understand my name, please. Just to the hand. First to the hand.
Talk to the hand.
Talk to the hand. The hand, that's beautiful.
With anyone who's that was fantastic.
Last couple of frames, guys.
And if you just get you on your own.